to change the way of your life and give it a meaning. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome to Camp First Lieutenant Vicente Alagar, Lapasan, Cagayan de Oro City on the occasion of the turnover of office and flag lowering ceremony.
Let us feel the presence of God. God in His holy dwelling, He will give a place to those who seek. He gives power and strength to His people. Let us pray. Almighty ever-living God, we praise Your greatness and holiness, and we thank You for the blessings and graces we have received, especially the blessing of protection. You guide everything in wisdom and love, and You give us the great responsibility of being of service to our fellow men. God of mercy and love, You know the longings of men's heart, and You protect their rights. In Your goodness, watch over Your public servants, so that they may render proper services to the people. Bless this flag lowering ceremony and turn over of office ceremony for Provincial Director of Camiguin. Bless the outgoing Police Colonel Rene P. Solidarios and the incoming Police Colonel Wilbur M. Sangoste. As You have blessed abundantly the past Chief of Office, bless to the incoming, that he may render a better service to our people. This we ask in the mighty name of God. Amen.
Please be seated. To give us the welcome remarks, may we call on Police Colonel Danilo B. Tumanda, Chief Regional Staff.
Our very supportive and humble Deputy Regional Director for Administration, Police Colonel Ronaldo Cabral, sir. Of course, our Deputy Regional Director for Operation, Police Colonel Benedict Pintor, sir. The outgoing Provincial Director of Camiguin Police Provincial Office, Police Colonel Rene Solidario, sir. Of course, the incoming Provincial Director of Camiguin PPO, Police Colonel Wilbur Salagosi. Ma'am Liberty Salagosi, ma'am. Our Regional Pastoral Officer, Police Lieutenant Colonel Sinchis. Members of the DSTAP, other Police Commission Officer, Police Non-Commissioned Officer, NUP, other invited guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant afternoon to all of us. I welcome you to this momentous event as we witness the formal transfer of total responsibility, authority, and accountability of Camiguin Police Provincial Office. Occasion like this is a normal sight for us in the Philippine National Police, from a good, responsible leader to another one. Leadership is never measured by how long you stay in the office. It is always on how you made a difference, by how you inspired the people, and by how you make your people realize that you are all an integral part of a team. Let us extend our best wishes to the outgoing Provincial Director of Camiguin PPO, Police Colonel Rene Solidarios, for his good stewardship, who is due for retirement. He has boosted the morale of the PNP and NUP personnel, who demonstrated his exemplary managerial skills that keep the harmonious relationship of his men. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, the outgoing Provincial Director of Camiguin Police Provincial Office in the person of Police Colonel Rene Solidarios deserve a thunderous round of applause. And of course, to the incoming Provincial Director, Police Colonel Wilbur Salagosti. Let us give him our utmost support as we all endeavor to achieve a highly professional police force deserving of the public's trust and cooperation. We are confident that with this new leadership, our organization will continue to move forward towards the realization of safer community, healthier environment, and increased community partnership in Northern Mindanao. Once again, I welcome all of you to this memorable and meaningful turnover of office ceremony of Camiguin Police Provincial Office, at the same time, the flag lowering ceremony. Once again, good afternoon and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We shall now come to the presentation of awards to the outgoing Provincial Director of Camiguin Police Provincial Office, and to present the award is Police Colonel Ronaldo R. Cabral, our Acting Deputy Regional Director for Administration, to be assisted by the members of the command group.
Citation reads, Republic of the Philippines, National Police Commission, Philippine National Police, Police Regional Office 10, Camp First Lieutenant Vicente G. Alagar, Lapasan, Cagayan de Oro City, pursuant to General Orders Number Pro 10 GOAW 2021-464 dated February 3, 2021, for eminently meritorious and invaluable service rendered while in the position of major responsibility as Officer in Charge, Provincial Director of Camiguin Provincial Police Office for the period of August 3, 2020 to December 8, 2020, and Provincial Director of Camiguin Provincial Police Office for the period of December 9, 2020 to February 5, 2021. Imbued with a deep sense of responsibility and commitment to the service, subject officer diligently performed his various functions and duties and carried out the essential PNP plans, programs, and activities, which contributed immensely to the positive net performance of the entire command. Medalya ng Kasanayan is awarded to Police Colonel Rene Pinzon Solidarios.
Pursuant to General Orders Number PRO 10-GO-AW-2021-507 dated February 4, 2021, for having completed 30 years, 11 months, and 7 days of faithful and honorable service with the Philippine National Police from May 1, 1990 to April 8, 2021. Medalya ng Paglilingkod, PNP Service Medal with 2 Silver Star to Police Colonel Rene Pinzon Solidarios. Thank you, sir. You may now take your seats. For the reading of relief and designation orders, may we call on Police Lieutenant Colonel Ramil J. Wapper, Officer in Charge, Regional Personnel and Records Management Division.
Republic of the Philippines, National Police Commission, Philippine National Police, Headquarters, Police Regional Office 10, Camp First Lieutenant Vicente G. Alagar, Lapasan, Cagayan de Oro City. Pursuant to General Orders Number 210-GO-TDS-2021-446 dated February 2, 2021. Termination of designation. Designation of Police Colonel Rene Pinson Solidarios, ODAS 02251 as Provincial Director, Camiguin Police Provincial Office, Police Regional Office 10, Philippine National Police, is terminated effective February 5, 2021. Pursuant to General Orders number 210-DES-2021-447 dated February 2, 2021. Designation: Police Colonel Welbor Maghoyok Salagusti, ODAS 08164, is designated as Officer in Charge, Camiguin Police Provincial Office, Police Regional Office 10, Philippine National Police, effective February 5, 2021. By command of Police Brigadier General Andoyan. Official: Danildo B. Tumandat, Police Colonel, Chief of Regional Staff. Signed: Welbor M. Salagusti, Police Colonel, Chief, Regional Personnel and Records Management Division.
Thank you, sir. Police Colonel Rene P. Solidarios, outgoing Provincial Director of Camiguin Police Provincial Office, will now relinquish his post, and this will be followed by his valedictory.
Republic of the Philippines, National Police Commission, Philippine National Police Headquarters, Police Regional Office 10, Camp First Lieutenant Vicente G. Alagar, Lapasan, Cagayan de Oro City. Relinquishment of office pursuant to General Order Number Pro 10 GO TDS 2021 446 dated February 2, 2021. I hereby relinquish my position as Provincial Director, Camiguin Police Provincial Office, Philippine National Police, effective February 5, 2021, and I sign. To our Regional Director, Police Brigadier General Rolando B. Anduya, sir. Our Deputy Regional Director for Administration, Police Colonel Ronaldo B. R. Cabral, sir. The Deputy Regional Director for Operation, Police Colonel Benedicto T. Pintor, sir. The Chief Regional Staff, Police Colonel Danilo B. Tumandat, sir. To our past Regional Chaplain, Police Lieutenant Colonel Randall B. Senses, Father. Magandang hapon po. Of course, to the incoming Provincial Director of Camiguin PPO, Police Colonel Wilbor Salagusti, including together with his better half, Madam, I forgot the first name. Madam Liberty Salagosti. To the, magiting ko na lang, yung mga magigiting na regional staff na nandito ngayon. Other officers, the men and women of the Police Regional Office 10. Other guests, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Five minutes, madali lang ito. This is a turnover of office between the incoming and the outgoing, being presided by our RD. So, nandito but our RD is well represented. Nandito si the RDA and other members of the command group. So, yung sa akin lang, magpapasalamat ako ng nagbigay ako ng taus-pusong pasasalamat sa ating Regional Director na nagkaroon siya ng trust and confidence sa akin. Sa panahon niya na siya ang naging head o Regional Director ng Police Regional Office 10, ay binigyan niya ako ng pagkakataon na umupo sa isang sensitibong posisyon o Provincial Director at that. So, gusto ko lang ulitin ulit na malaking pasasalamat ko kay Sir Brigadier General Rolando B. Anduyan, sir, na binigyan mo ako ng pagkakataon upang as unit commander ng isang PPO ay palaging magtatrabaho ayon doon sa palintuntunin ng ating organization, PNP. So, we understand that monthly tayo nire-rate yung unit commander na mag-perform. So, yun yung challenges pag naging unit commander. I was also, during my time, dalawa kasi yung ano ko, binigyan ako ngayon ng award. Yung isa paglilingkod, saka yung isa kasanayan. Yung kasanayan ko, naging PD ng Kamigin, saka yung isa, nabanggit na mayroon akong 30 years, 11 months and 7 days na yun. So, prior ako naging Provincial Director, naging staff din ako sa region. So, naisip ko na talaga, maano na ngayon, demanding o challenging yung servisyo sa PNP. So, umabot na akong 30 years. Simula, nung naging PNP ako, member ako ng PNP, dito na ako na-assign sa Police Regional Office 10. At that time, Recom 10 pa, Regional Command 10. So, nagbago yung pangalan, Police Regional Office 10, from 1992. So, nagsimula sa servisyo ko nung nag-aral ako sa Academy, 2 years, 90, then, so, hanggang na, dito na rin ako nag-serve. Dito na ako napamahal ako sa Pro 10, sa Region 10, saka yung region natin, yung Police Regional Office 10. Dito na rin ako nagkaroon ng pamilya. So, ito lang masasabi ko sa kapwa ko PNP, sa amin and women of the PNP, na sa ngayon, ang challenge talaga, lalo na ngayon, kasi yung Unit Performance Evaluation Report saka Individual Commanders Evaluation Report, UPER saka IPER, ang rating talaga. So, yung mag-hold the line, mag-improve, kahit saan ka ma-assign, kayong office, anong rank ko, yun talaga, performance talaga yung natin. Sa akin, nung tinilaga ako ni Sir Andoyan, na maging Provincial Director, ganun din ang iniisip ko. I was thinking na ganun din ako. So, target setting. Nagka-target setting ako. So, anyway, tapos na yung panahon ko as naging unit commander. Ito na ngayon yung dumating na yung panahon na tapos na yung panahon ko. So, pero hindi naman ako kahit na mag-retire ako, PNP pa rin ako. Ang benefits ko, PNP pa rin. So, PNP pa rin ako. Kahit na mag-retire ako, blend ako sa community, PNP pa rin ako. So, it remains na I am still a PNP member, kahit na retired. So, in the end, ulitin ko, malaking papasalamat ko kay RD, sa command group, of course, banggitin ko yung regional staff, kasi sila ang nagko-coordinate para anong gagawin ng unit commander or provincial director at that to comply with the demands of the requirements set by our organization. So, gusto ko rin banggitin yung presence ng taga-committee dito, si NUP, yung pisaw namin, si NUP Marna, nandito rin yung layaso namin doon, si NUP Cafe, saka yung layaso namin, si NUP Similia. So sila na nakarating ngayon. So gusto ko rin ipaabot sa taga-Camiguin na ipaabot ng aking taus-pusong pasasalamat na samanta nung nandun ako ay sinuportahan ako nila. Sana kung sino papalit sa akin o nandito na si Colonel Salagusti, ganun din dapat, ganun din. I-pray ko na dapat ganun din ang support na gagawin nila para maging effective yung Camiguin Police Provincial Office. Anyway, ang PNP naman, as we always madinig natin kay RD na let us always work as a team. So, at ngayon, yung chapter ng career ko ay magko-close. So, hindi pa naman ako, kasi mayroon pa akong 2 months. So, this is only a turnover of office. So, in behalf of our General Director, to the members of the command group, to the regional staff, other men and women of the Police Regional Office 10, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, sir. We wish you a new journey of happiness and success and a new chapter of your life. May you be showered with abundant opportunities to do what your heart desires.
May we request Police Colonel Rene P. Solidarios, outgoing Provincial Director of Camiguin Police Provincial Office, to please stay in front for the presentation of plaque. Likewise, we would like to request our Acting Deputy Regional Director for Administration, Police Colonel Ronaldo R. Cabral, and the members of the command group to do the honors in presenting the plaque. Plaque of recognition is presented to Police Colonel Rene P. Solidarios, O-02251, in grateful recognition of his loyal and dedicated service in the Philippine National Police as Provincial Director of Camiguin Provincial Police Office from August 3, 2020 to February 5, 2021, given this 5th day of February 2021 at Camp First Lieutenant Vicente G. Alagar, Lapasan, Cagayan de Oro City. Signed, Rolando Barahan Anduyan, Police Brigadier General, Regional Director. A memento is also given to Police Colonel Rene P. Solidarios. Thank you, sirs. You may now take your seats.
We shall now move on to the assumption of office. May we call on Police Colonel Wilbur M. Salagoste, incoming officer in charge of Camiguin Police Provincial Office.
Assumption of office. Pursuant to General Orders Number Pro-10-GO-BES-2021-447, dated February 2, 2021, I hereby assume the position as Officer in Charge, Camiguin Police Provincial Office, Philippine National Police, effective February 5, 2021, and I sign in your presence.
At this point, we will witness the turnover of office symbol, property and equipment inventory between the outgoing Provincial Director, Police Colonel Rene P. Solidarios, and the incoming officer in charge of Camiguin Police Provincial Office, to be officiated by Police Colonel Ronaldo R. Cabral, Acting Deputy Regional Director for Administration.
I will turn over this office symbol from Constitution. During my time, I have handled the responsibility of video cabinet. During my time, the command is Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your dedication. Provincial Director of Camiguin.
Lagoste. I'm handing you this color of commitment, symbol of your accountability and responsibility. Sir, all good. Thank you, sir. I accept the public as officer in charge of the
I will turn over the property book of police, Camiguin Police Provincial Office with it, the records of all equipment of the Camiguin TPO during my tenure as security officer. I will take care of them. Thank you, sir.
I'm handing you this property book of Camiguin TPO. Be a good manager of your resources. Sir, I take great pleasure to properly utilize and safety all the properties and equipment of police in office and police Philippine National Police.
A round of applause, please. Thank you, sir. You may now be seated. Police Colonel Wilmore N. Salagosti, Officer in Charge, Camiguin Police Provincial Office, will now deliver his inaugural speech.
My warmest greetings, of course, to our Regional Director, Police Brigadier General Rolando Barahan Nanduyan, sir, ably represented by no less than our Deputy Regional Director for Administration, Police Colonel, soon to be Police Brigadier General Rolando R. Cabral, sir, to our Deputy Regional Director for Operation, welcome back, sir, Police Colonel Benedicto Tipitor, to our Chief Regional Staff, also my mentor, Police Colonel Daniel Dumito Manda, sir, to all officers present, especially, of course, to our outgoing Provincial Director of Camiguin, Police Colonel Rene P. Solidarios. Sir Solidarios is my mentor also. Kasama po kami sa R1 before. Of course, all the way from the Island of Fire, Camiguin, to the members of the Kabangali class of 1987, and of course, yung Kabalikat class of 1998, sila na yung pinakamarami dito, sir. Di na to kalimtan to my former girlfriend and my roommate now, Mrs. Liberty Salagoste. To the officers and men of Police Regional Office 10, of course, our NUPs, ladies and gentlemen, maayong hapon karatong tanan. As we stand here today, I am thankful to our omnipotent God, who is the giver of life, as we are again able to meet and be united in spirit. Let me express my heartfelt gratitude and sincere thanks to all the personnel who have been with me in this journey. And as I step out today for another opportunity of broadening my public service endeavors, I would like to first express my gratitude to our God, who deserves all the glory and credit, and of course to our Regional Director, Sir Aluyan, sir, thank you very much for the trust and confidence, for the guidance and advices, to always do what is right and uphold one's dignity at all times. Rest assured, sir, that I will keep those words and will take strive harder towards a better police service. Sir, daghang kayong salamat. To RPRMD personnel, who had become my second family. Daghang salamat for your unwavering support for the past year and 9 months. for being diligent and for spending late hours working without mumbling, and for listening to my unending reminders of accomplishing the work and keeping the deadlines. To my deputy, Sarah, umiyak Sarah eh. Thank you for backing me up. You're one in a million, of course. Si Sarah yung palagi kong tinatawagan pag wala nang siya talaga yung support na nandyan para magiging ma-accomplish yung target ng R1. Definitely, I will never forget the woman who was always with me, of course, my roommate, Angie. As the popular quote says, behind every man's success is a woman behind it. Thank you, Mami, for being with me and for staying. And to my children, of course, hindi lang nakarating. No words can define my earnest gratitude. As we change road into our career, wherever we go, whoever we will be with, and in whatever we may achieve, let us always remember to be always humble and be thankful to God and to our acquaintances who have been instruments of our success. Hard work is directly proportional to our success. Always plan and work towards a dream with dedication and vigorous efforts. Allow me to borrow the word of H. Jackson Brown, and I quote, "If you are doing your best, you won't have any time to worry about the failure. The best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today." Always remember that there is no substitute for hard work. The fruits of hard work are sweeter than the gifts of fortune. Giving your best will give you immense satisfaction, and you will face any situation without fear of failure. Because you know that you are prepared for almost anything, come what may. So believe in doing your best and let the Almighty do the rest. As we sow, we shall reap. Daghang salamat. Again, of course, atong Regional Director, salamat kayo, sir, sa atong command group headed by our Deputy Regional Director for Administration. Sir, kaninang umaga po, natapos na po yung webinar namin sa mga admin officer, and hopefully all requirements will be sent to us immediately. They've been doing it almost immediately after my final instruction this morning. Again, thank you sa command group. Secretary, sir, welcome back again to our regional, Chief Regional Staff. Salamat kayo, sir, sa paghatag sa present confidence na ako. Nakalimutan ito ko ni Father Sincere. Salamat kayo, Father. We will do the swim sa Kabigin. And of course, representative sa Kabigin, salamat sa pagkanhi. And daghan tang trabaho nga buhaton unya pagabot na ko dito. Again, thank you very much. Mayong hapon ka natong tanan.
Thank you, sir. Good work means more work. So, good luck, sir, and God bless on your new assignment.
And now, let us hear the message of our Acting Deputy Regional Director for Administration, Police Colonel Ronaldo R. Cabral.
Okay, thank you. Please take a seat. To our newly designated DRDO, Police Colonel Benny Pintor. Si Benny, sinusundan ako nito. At sana po pumunta sa musunod dito. He was my former DPDA when I was the Provincial Director of Sorsogon. He was my former XO when I was the company commander of the first company of Regional Mobile Force 5. But at any rate, Benny, I know how you work hard. He's a very hardworking officer, a no-nonsense officer, he will contribute much to the efforts of Police Regional Office 10 in achieving the mission. Welcome back, Benny. And of course, to our hardworking Chief of Regional Staff, Colonel Dan Tumanda, and the two men, yung pinakasentro ng activity nito this afternoon. Of course, to my classmate, the former Provincial Director of Camiguin PPO, Police Colonel Rene Solidarios. Palakpakan po natin. And to the new Provincial Director of Camiguin PPO, Colonel Willie Salacoste. Palakpakan din po natin. And of course, to his better half, Madam Liberty Salacoste. And of course, the regional staff present, other PCOs, PNCOs, and the NUP. Magandang hapon sa ating lahat. My message would be divided in three parts. First, my message to the former Provincial Director, of course. And the second message to the newly assumed Provincial Director. And the third message, the message to all of us who are witnesses to this momentous occasion. But these messages will be very short. Don't worry. Although it will be divided in three parts, this will be very short. My first message to the former, on behalf of the Regional Command, Police Regional Office 10, we would like to extend our heartfelt and sincere appreciation of your efforts, of your accomplishments as the former Provincial Director of Camiguin PPO. Police Colonel Solidarios, I knew him since our cadetship days. I've told you that he's my classmate. Not only classmate, but my squad mate. We belong to the same cubicle. We eat the same food. And of course, you know, the other activities that we share. And I knew him very personally. A very down-to-earth person. An epitome of the so-called servant leader. An epitome of the person very humble. And with that book, I know that your legacy will be emulated by younger officers. The legacy that Colonels Solidarios will be leaving behind, that humility, that being a down-to-earth individual, a person of character that you will surely emulate. Hindi ka magdadalawang isip na very approachable and very hardworking. And for that book, I'm sure that even in your retirement life, the more that you will imbibe in yourself that kind of qualities. Even if you are already retired, sabi mo nga kanina, that you are still part of the organization. The same feeling ang ipaparating din namin sa iyo. You are still part of us. And at any time, you are most welcome in any station, in any camp of Police Regional Office 10, in Camp Alaga. I know na marami kang piling i-share to the younger officers. With your vast years, 30 years in the PNP service, marami kang pwedeng ibahagi na leadership style, your lessons learned while performing your duties as provincial director. You were the former provincial director of Lanao del Norte, provincial director of Camiguin PPO. May mga peculiarities in Lanao and may mga peculiarities in Camiguin. I know these lessons learned, what you have earned while serving as provincial director in these two major commands. The younger officers, even the incumbent provincial directors, they will need them. I hope na, but I know na you will surely share your expertise, especially to Police Colonel Salagoste. Again po, daghang salamat sa iyong serbisyo sa Police Regional Office 10. Palakpakan po natin. And to my second message, of course, to the newly assumed Provincial Director of Camiguin PPO. Once you assume a unit, as if everybody is looking at you, that looks means expectation. That looks means they are assessing you as a police officer. How are you going to deliver the services? But this is my advice to you. Remember the saying, everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. If you are given the chance to be designated as provincial director, a major responsibility, a position of major responsibility in the PNP, give your best. Kung pwedeng, Madam, wala nang uwian dito. Of course, mahirap umuwi coming from Camiguin and CDO. But give your best. This is your only chance to prove your worth as a police officer. That's also my advice to younger PCOs. If you are given a chance to become a chief of police, give your best. Walang reservation until the moment na you are down, you are already exhausted, you are already depleted, your energy has already been depleted. That's the time for you to take a rest. Ganon yung attitude ng isang unit commander. Because as unit commander, as a leader and as a manager, your people will be looking at you. Your example will be emulated by them. Your attitude will be emulated by them. Your work behavior will be emulated by them. So, knowing you, Wilbur, as our R1, I am very confident that your work ethics na pinakita as R1 will be doubled once that you officially assume you start your work as provincial director. Taking cue doon sa mga guidance ng ating regional director. Marami. And of course, the priority trust of our Chief PNP Police General Devolved Sinas, internal cleansing, campaign against illegal drugs, and so on and so forth. You know, all of them. And I will encourage you to initiate some innovation. Because Camiguin might be different from Cagayan de Oro, might be different from Misamis Oriental. That's your work to make the necessary adjustment. There is no one model fits all leadership. There is no one standard approach that can be implemented by all. For sure, there are some modifications that are needed. So it's up for you to to make those adjustments. We are here, the command group. You can consult us. You can consult the provincial director, the staff. But take note that these challenges, you need to form team. Yung team mo, I know some of them are here. They supported the former regional and provincial director, Colonel Solidarios, in this momentous occasion. And I know that their presence here signifies their all-out support to their newly designated provincial director. Their mere presence here. So that message will be conveyed to all Camiguin PPO personnel. You need to support your new provincial director. Otherwise, he will fail. And really, a while ago, I handed you the color, the symbol of your authority. But the authority carries with it a responsibility. The color represents you, a strong leader of an organization, ready to take the cudgel all challenges in order to protect and serve the people of Camiguin. And after handing you the color, I handed you the property book. What is the symbolism of that property book? Because apart from a leader, you are a manager. You have to judiciously manage or utilize the resources. You need resources. You have to manage properly, judiciously the resources towards the accomplishment of your mission as provincial director. That is the symbolism of that property book. If you fail to become a leader, of course you will fail to become a manager. If you fail to become a manager, of course you will fail to become a leader. You function as a leader. So the challenge to you is to combine the works of a leader and manager. Iba ang manager tapos leader. I know that with the caliber, your work attitude that you have, you can successfully accomplish the given mission. So, good luck to you, Wilbur. Nandito lang kami ng command group. We are text away, one text away, or call away. Feel free to approach us if you need some guidance. And my third message to all of us na witnesses sa occasion nito. There's a saying that leaders come and go. There is a saying that officers come and go. But we remain. You remain. No matter how they revolve as the unit commander, as new leader, as long as the system is intact, as long as the values are intact, the organization will continue to perform its function. We have witnessed so many kinds of change of leadership in the PNP at the regional level, at the provincial level. But yet, the organization, the PNP organization that we belong, is still intact and performing. So, it's always a challenge to all of us, no matter how painful it is to bid farewell to a very significant leader like Colonel Solidarios. But we have to accept the fact that the organization is a dynamic organization. It keeps on changing. And we are not affected, or maybe we are momentarily affected, but we will continue to perform the functions. So the lessons that we have to learn in this kind of ceremony is what is it in us, yung integrity, yung values na nasa atin, magbago man ang pamunuan ng isang unit, we will still continue to perform our duty because that is our sworn duties to serve and protect the people. So with that, I hope that in these three parts or three kinds of messages that I have imparted to you, you have learned something and to ponder on. And as we bid farewell to Colonel Solidarius, I have said that we emulate the kind of leadership that he has displayed to us. And also we support the efforts of the newly installed, and for us to work as one, as a team towards the achievement of the mission. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat.
Thank you, sir, for such a nourishing and inspiring message.
Please remain standing. We shall now proceed to the flag lowering ceremony.
And that concludes our program this afternoon. May God bless us all.